Let me show you some of the new features in Parallels Desktop 11. In the last few versions of Parallels Desktop, we have brought some of the coolness of the Mac OS over to Windows, like Mac gestures and Mac dictation working in Windows apps, and Retina support for Windows 7 and Windows 8, just to name a few. Well, there's still a lot more coolness in the Mac OS, so in Parallels Desktop 11, we have continued to bring Mac coolness over to Windows. Let me show you. You're probably familiar with Quick Look, the Macintosh feature that lets you preview a document by just selecting it and tapping the space bar. Well, in Parallels Desktop 11, we've brought that over to Windows documents also. And that works whether the documents are on the Windows desktop, like this one, or the Mac desktop, like this one, or any other place. Quick Look has been a very popular feature in the Mac OS, and we're quite confident that Parallels Desktop users will find it just as useful for Windows documents. Another feature of the Mac OS is the ability to right-click on a document or right-click on an application in the dock and see the list of most recently used documents. This is a great feature in the Mac OS for getting back to the piece of work you were working on last. Well, in Parallels Desktop 11, we've brought that over to Windows applications also. Just right-click on a Windows application in the dock and see that same list of most recently used documents. We think this is both bringing some of the coolness over to of the Mac over to Windows, as well as just making life a little easier for a Parallels Desktop user. But for the first time ever, there's a feature in Windows that's cool enough to bring over to the Mac. Let me show you. Hey Cortana, what's the temperature in Moscow?
Right now, it's 65 and raining in Moscow.
Hey Cortana, what's the exchange rate for the Japanese yen?
1 Japanese yen equals $0.0081 US.
There's no Siri on the Mac yet, so if you want a personal intelligent assistant on your Macintosh, Cortana is your only answer today. And as you can see, you don't even have to have Windows 10 as the frontmost application to use Cortana. Of course, Cortana can be a bit opinionated. Hey Cortana, which is better, Mac or Windows?
I'm surprised you'd ask. Windows, of course.